quick little can of chat. So, when I was in here just a second ago, getting ready, I was just thinking, I was arranging the all the lighters, because every fucking day I have to put about 7 lighters in the same container that I found. The container queen, of course. I have something that can hold these in one spot so they're not all over the place. And we can't find one when we're looking for one, right? Matter of fact, what it is, because we like for each other to be in on everything. Well, we consider each other in all decisions anyway. So I was like, well, he made it when he was in grade school decades and decades ago, but it's still a cute idea on my part, if I must say so myself. But check it out. There's another red one. There's another red one that I stand on the end with this blue one. Another red torch lighter, yeah. So these are torch lighters, and they're pretty much useless. That's a lot. I was going to say except, and then I was going to run down all the things that I use them for. So I use these primarily. We do not dab. But you know what I'm going to start doing is taking this off, because the lighters are actually pretty without the whole ass tag still on it. I don't know why we do that. Do y'all keep the tag on your lighters? Start taking it off. Look how much prettier. Oh, I was finna get derailed. So yeah, I have the lighters in here, and I had 2 torch lights here. How cute is this? He made this in grade school, like shop or some shit. Ceramics maybe. Had to be ceramics, right? Anyway, I was like, okay. He keeps accusing me of losing the lighters or misplacing the lighters and moving the lighters, which bitch is a blatant lie, because we all know we all know that I use hempwick. But I don't dare even say that, because what he'll say is, yeah, but what do you light the candles with? And he swear I take the lighters, light the candles, and leave the lighters there. Why? The candle is lit. I don't need to like, if you use a lighter to do whatever, you gotta repeatedly use the lighter to do whatever. Once I light the candle, I can take the lighter back where I got it from, and then I don't need to keep lighting the candle. So who is moving the lighters? Who is losing the lighters? It ain't me. But you know what he'll say? When I talk about going to get the lighter just to light the candle, he'll be like, exactly. And talking about how I don't need to relight the candle again. I don't need the lighter or anything else. Once I light the candle, I could replace the lighter back where I got it. And he'll say, exactly. And that's what you don't do. That's what he'll tell me. But lies, I tell you, matrimonial lies. So I even found this old thing he made when he was a child and keep them in there. But you know what happens? He'll use them in the evening. This is not coming off as smoothly as I thought. And that's what I got a problem with that. But that's my fault. That would have come off easier if I can get the rest of that off. I'm just not going to take the time on this. I'm not going to waste camera space doing it. Most of them just come off like that. Y'all know how it works. Oh, this one was off. It seems like I've taken all the navy blue ones, all the dark blue ones off. Yeah, I don't know why the adhesive on that one started to permeate. Ooh, I'm fancy. Big words. Oh, that looks so much prettier with no. So, short story long, I was in there deciding, because I've always felt like I should keep a lighter in my purse, even before I met Goddess, right? But after I started using it to keep myself healthy, there was even more of a reason to keep a lighter in my purse. Now, my dilemma with the color is that I wanted a black lighter to blend in so that it wasn't obvious to nosy people who have no business in my purse that I was carrying a lighter. But if it's black and it's in my purse, again, we're talking about mature people. My eyes are mature as well, and they probably not going to be able to find a black lighter melted all into your purse. Although if you put a lighter in your purse, you really should know which pocket that bitch is in at all times, because that is a fire hazard in general. It's not dangerous, but you just want to be aware of all those things. And that's why I am particularly responsible person if I were to carry firearms, because I'm attentive to all that stuff. Sometimes Mr. B dealing with me like I'm negligent with certain things, and I understand why. It's because he has such a fear of certain things. Like, he has a fear of someone leaving a curling iron on and the house burning down. So he's really, really cautious about some things, to the extent where I end up having to get fussed at for some shit I didn't do. Oh, those times. And what's crazy is, like, bro, this is all you. Like, he be upset for nothing, and then he don't feel better until I'm upset. Until I'm upset too, because he could be going on and off, and I'm like, bro, you gonna have to do this on your own, because I'm not getting upset over that right now. I'm just not gonna do it. So then he'll go on and on and on and make me feel so bad, like trash. Not maliciously, but he'll make me feel like I don't love him enough to. He don't say nothing like that. That's a bullshit. Don't say no shit like that to nobody you love. But he'll make me feel like I don't love him enough to not be negligent about that thing. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to get hurt. Like, for example, additional security on one of the doors that leads out. The door is already locked a few different ways, but there's an extra way the door is locked. Don't try my abode, right? So he'll say, did you such and such and such? You know, and I always do. Because I know how he is, and I don't even want to endure the trauma of him being mad at me for some shit that I didn't do. I don't even want to be mad at me for shit I did do. So I sure don't want to have to go through that for some shit I ain't even that ain't even my thing, you know. But it happens, and it happens regularly. Not often, but regularly. Too regularly for me, because once is too much, ain't it? Ugh. Can't nobody in the world upset you like somebody you love. It's the closest person to you. We done had arguments, and he done got mad at me over some shit, but it was in a situation, maybe I was just super high, and I felt comfortable doing it. And so I listened to him, and I started laughing, and I was like, bro, you ain't finna get me to get mad about that shit. I'll be laughing. I'll be like, what you said that to me for? How you gonna take that out on me? And then he can admit in those moments that I say that. Because if he ain't in the mood to admit nothing like that, I ain't gonna say no shit like that. Because I don't want it to get worse. Because I end up crying. And then I'm mad because then I feel like, well, you was the only one upset with it. And for me, my mistake was telling you going to be the only one upset with it, because I got life to live. I'm not finna spend this 24 hours mad about some bullshit, or even 1 hour, because I'm the one that usually lasts longer, you know, female shit. But, you know, he don't stay mad. Anyway, I'm too old to be mad, whatever, because the stress is not good for my immune system. So, only stuff that I'm guilty of, that I did or whatever, all that other stuff, sit in your corner and take days off your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm living on borrowed time as it is. So yeah, in the pandemic, it's been moments where, in fact, 2 nights ago, moments where he was just upset about something, and I was like, but I don't have nothing to do with that. Why are you coming at me like that? And he was like, who else I'm gonna take it out on? And it's true. It's true. And if there is no pandemic, if you chose a person in your life, in your household, in your home, and y'all come into the same house together, and one is irritable, God forbid both, but one's irritable, and it didn't have nothing to do with the one that's not irritable. It's not going to be a good time until the one that's not irritable is irritable with the one that's irritable. I hate that. Like, I'm here for you, and I want to be your support, and I want to be your uplifting, I want to be your safe space of rest and recovery to fight another day. Come home. Fight with me. I didn't do that shit to you. But who else is he or she gonna take it out on? And I'm not justifying, because nobody should have to accommodate your bad mood, because fuck that if you grown, right? But if you having a weak moment where those emotions overtake you, and you know you ain't gonna do nothing to harm the person you love, you taking it out on them, so be it. It's worth it. It's worth it. I was telling Adele about when he was scouting places to let me skate, and I might have posted this by now, probably not though. And he had took me behind this church area. We call the church In Jesus Name, like that's the name of the church that we call it, because one of their church buses on the side, you can't see the church name. It just says literally, quote, In Jesus Name. That's what they church bus said on it. And they look like little pilgrims and shit. They used to go door to door like Jehovah's Witnesses. Anyway, I just figured it was a compound with a cult situation, and let them do them. I ain't trying to, I don't know why people want to stop people from buying into bullshit if that's what they want to do. All you need to know is that they do buy into bullshit and steer clear of that hoe, because that's not a safe space at that point. Be like, oh, okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. And if they insist on being friends later, then maybe you have to be clear with them and be like, that's sweet, but you're not a safe space for me, so I'm going to go ahead and not do that. All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay? I love that motherfucker, though. And y'all do, too. He worthy of it. He's worthy. And he love y'all, too. He love everybody. The people I love most always wind up being fucking empaths. So, Teddy... It's Teddy Pendergrass. Speaking of, some of that stuff don't be bad luck. That's what you got. That's what you got. Bad luck. Bad luck. Bad luck. But some of y'all ain't got bad luck. Some of y'all inviting fuck shit into your life by not cutting out. I don't want to say cut off, because the only way you cut off a motherfucker is if you let them in the first place. So in essence, I don't really have all that much experience cutting motherfuckers off, because I don't let a motherfucker in my space, in my personal social space. All these people y'all go to teach you how to eliminate toxic people from your life, if they know how to do it because they've had to do it so much, you might want to rethink going to them for that type of advice. I'm just saying. Yeah, so I went ahead and went with the black lighter in my purse, even though my eyes are aging, because you need to know where, as I mentioned before, you need to know where any lighter is if you're carrying it on your person. If you're carrying it with you anywhere outside of your home or inside of your, you just need to be aware of where the fuck a lighter is. Right, but I went ahead and went with black because it is still inconspicuous and it's for portability. And then as I was thinking about it, an excuse that I could use for people who like, oh, you got a lighter to make assumptions because you have a lighter in your purse. But I could easily make the excuse and tell them that I use it for my makeup, although you little Y2K girls don't know anything about that. But I could tell a person that I have a lighter to use with my makeup, especially since that's really what I use the lighter for. But then I was thinking, too, I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm a god. And cannabis is legal. Why do I need to explain to you if I was using it for my wellness? I don't owe you to tell you what the fuck, colonizer or colonized-minded person. I don't need to tell you why the fuck there's a lighter in my damn purse, even if it would have been specifically for my wellness. Not once ever have cigarette smokers had to go and explain how much tobacco they have on them and why they have a lighter for it. But thank you for listening to me vent, because I know none of this means anything to any of you, because the Y2K kids vape. So I was just getting some shit off my chest, cause I do that sometimes. You mad? You mad, son? You mad, daughter? 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 That's how Electra Evangelista says it. Daughter? Did not blow your mind this time. Did not blow your mind this time. Did not. Woo. So check it. Oh, and you know what's worse too? What's worse, girl? Not to mention, if you just get pulled over for a traffic stop and you have a lighter in your purse, not that they should be in your purse, but you know, I don't know why everybody acts like they don't do what they want to do. People are like, they can't do that to you. They have to do this first. They can't arrest you without reading you your rights. We still believe that shit. That was the first of the basic, the foundation for the nice. I was just about to talk about something else. Oh no, it won't take long. I was just thinking as I refilled my bowl, because this is one of those videos I should say for Patreon, because it's directly canna related, and it is a brilliant idea for those who consume, for storage and portability. Because either y'all don't smoke like that or you don't openly smoke like that. So yeah, I think this is one of them ideas I'm gonna save for my Patreon people. It's probably useful for y'all too, for other little stuff as well. But yeah. Okay, love y'all. I'm gonna water the garden.